Today we're going over how I built up my Ascend Armory receiver set into my new 3-gun rifle. Hey guys, my name is Dave Tim. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Please make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe button if you like the content you're seeing. Hit the notification bell so you get up to date on all of our stuff. Follow us on social media. And if you have a question, please submit your question. At the end of the month, we answer your questions in our QA series. And of course, we give away one great prize to one winner every month. You can submit your questions at the email address shown below, which is theqa@gunsandtactics.com. Let's get rocking and rolling. Let's talk about my new rifle. Now I get a lot of questions asking me whatever happened to my Ascend Armory receiver set. And those of you guys that don't know or have just heard about this company, I'm a huge fan. Really high quality receiver sets. The only downside is their availability is really tough to get. But these receiver sets are super nice. They're right now going through a move, so they're kind of transitioning from facilities. So again, I know demand is high, supply is low. If I had to say one, thing that I've heard bad about their sets is just that. But a while ago I did a first look. I'll put the link up here for the first look at the Ascend Armory receiver set. But bottom line, still to date, I have not seen a nicer receiver set on the market. The billet receiver set, just the tolerances that they have held, the precision that went into this, the features, the aesthetics, which I'm more of a function over fashion, but man, this is a good looking receiver set. And it just turned out really awesome. So I've gotten a lot of questions asking me, hey, what did I ever do with that? Well, I built it into my 3-gun rifle as shown here. So as requested by a few of you, I'm gonna give you kind of what I built up to be a 3-gun rifle. Now, I used to shoot a lot of 3-gun back in the day. I was sponsored by a big sporting goods store, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed shooting 3-gun. I was pretty decent at it, I think, back in the day. And then my family started to grow and I had less time, so I kind of got out of it. That sporting goods store changed ownership, they changed directions. But one of the things I really enjoyed shooting was a variety of different rifles that, either we carried or owned or whatever it might be. And one of my favorite setups was actually a 16-inch barreled rifle that would shoot soft. And then by the time you add a muzzle device, you're still at about an 18-inch anyway versus, an 18-inch barrel plus a muzzle device or a 20-inch barrel plus a muzzle device, which I've shot all of them. And one of the things I just still always wanted and I kept going back to was the 16-inch barrel, just because it was a little lighter. It was easier to maneuver in some of those close stages with the hosers. I had no problem once I kind of learned how to shoot at longer distances, shooting at longer distances with a 16-inch barrel. So I just kind of kept going back to that. Now this rifle turned out a little heavy maybe. It's right a little over, it's like at 9.25 pounds. I think I just weighed it 9.3 pounds. So it's a little heavy, but that's, with everything optic or whatever. Now 3-gun is not a marathon, it's sprints. You're shooting for, my goal is to shoot for just seconds per stage so I can handle, sprinting with the gun. But overall the gun really turned out well. It shot really nice. So I'll just start with the back. I went with the UBR2 stock. I really like this stock. It's comfortable, it's solid. If you really wanted to put stuff in the storage containers, you could, but I usually just take the doors off. But it locks up really solid, consistent cheek weld, just feels good, really a good stock, no issues there. The K2 grip, I'm a big fan of the ergonomics. Short throw, battle arms selector. I run a lot of battle arms ambi selectors and I really like them. And in this gun, I've added a 45. Do I think it's that much quicker? No, but it's nice. It's kind of a cool thing. CMC triggers, single stage trigger. This is their 2.5 pound version, their flat face bow. It's pretty nice. It's light, it's crisp. Reset. It's a nice single stage trigger. I like single stage triggers. I like double stage triggers, and this is just a nice trigger. So I have no issues with that. One of the things that I like about the Ascend set is it does have an ambi bolt catch, ambi release. So at the end of a stage, I can easily unload, show clear without having to remove my hands from fire controls. It just makes, kind of going through things a little bit easier for the RO at the end. It does have a bolt release. If I did want to, I could just simply use my index finger. It's a little high for me, as you can see. I kind of have to adjust my grip to reach the release. So for me, muscle memory, I don't necessarily like that term, but Freudian slip, I will probably still just insert and hit that. But nonetheless, it does have it if you want it. Moving up, I do have the JP low mass bolt carrier and enhanced bolt. I really like the components from JP. They make really, really nice stuff. And I also have the silent captured spring tune system in the back, and overall how I have the system working with the adjustable gas block. This is a Sentry adjustable gas block up front. If you're kind of wondering about the whole gas system overall, it shoots really soft and really nice. SMOS dust cover, I just thought it kind of looked cool with kind of the pockets there and kind of matched the look. It does hang up just a little bit, so I do have to fit it a little bit, I've noticed. When I first built it, I just had a standard, but then I found these and I was like, that looks cooler, and I thought it would look cooler on the build. And again, this one's a little bit fashion as well. So moving forward, I'm a big fan of Geisley rails. They have a nice long barrel nut, so they have really, really solid performance. And when the Mark 14 version came out, I was just like, man, that's a really sharp looking rail. It's comfortable, it feels good, it's solid, it's rigid, it has QD sockets built in. I think that's going to be a good rail. The downside is it doesn't fit the Ascend set. The anti-rotation tabs didn't fit the receiver, so I actually had to fit the anti-rotation tabs. I had to, basically just do some hand filing and fit these anti-rotation tabs to the receiver. I figured it was cheaper to modify the rail than the upper, but man, how everything kind of looks and comes together, these lines that, you guys can see how the angled lines of the upper receiver go with the rail. I'll get you the other side here. I just, again, I'm more of a function over fashion type of guy, but I really like how this whole package came together. I think it just looks really, really good. And I like it. It's solid as well. Really, really, really solid. The other unintended consequence of using this rail, at first I didn't know what to think of this kind of flat portion here at the bottom of the Geisley rail, but I've shot a few drills and practice sessions or whatever, and what I found with going on a barricade, because I kind of have this scallop hook area here and then I have the flat area here, I can really use this as kind of a barricade stop and really drive in. And it's a really, really solid shooting platform when I'm shooting from barricades. So this flat here actually worked out better than I expected as a support. I might even put like a piece of grip tape or something like that underneath here just so I can get a reference point, a little bit more traction, but I can lock right in there and it actually works out really good. Now I just have covers here over the M-LOK. I did leave one section of M-LOK here exposed for my QD bipod. Now, the barrel is another component that unfortunately this barrel is no longer available. This was a Stubborn Mule outdoor supply barrel. They're a large OEM. They make a lot of really good components for the industry. This particular one is a Schillen blank, and it was a 16-inch rifle length gas system. Now, I wanted to try a rifle length gas system in 16, which is generally something that isn't done. Usually 16 is about that mid-length for optimal, performance, dwell time, everything like that, but I really wanted a soft shooting powder puff gun. This was going to be a 3-gun rifle. It's not a duty rifle or anything like that. I want a gamer's gun, and I wanted to reduce that dwell time and reduce that felt recoil and make a powder puff gun with the rifle length gas system. And at the time, there still isn't a lot of 16-inch rifle length gas barrels out there. So Stubborn Mule made this one. It's a little heavy, in my opinion, profile-wise. It's 7.50 at the gas block, and I want to say it goes up to like 8 or 8.25 behind it. Maybe it's, I think it's 8. But anyways, it's a little heavy, and that's kind of what adds to a lot of the weight, but it is a really nice shooting gun. That weight adds to it, and it's accurate. I was getting 1/2 to 3/4 inch groups at 100 on the rest with my higher magnification scope with Federal Gold Medal match, which is kind of my long range round. But overall, I was really, really happy. Now, not every group was like that. I'm not a super shooter, but I was pretty impressed with the accuracy potential. Very consistent velocities on the chronograph. Sentry adjustable gas block and JP 3-port comp, which is a really, really effective comp. It is obnoxious, it's loud, but it works well for the competition market. Now, the only thing we haven't really talked about is the scope. This is a Seekins Precision 0 MOA. I liked it because it doesn't have any large knobs or anything like that. It's easy, doesn't have anything to snag. I don't have to worry about backup sights with a 3-gun rifle. And then as far as the scope, some brand here that I don't know, swore something, I guess it's some Polish scope, Z6i with the ballistic reticle. It's pretty much red dot bright, it's fast, it's great optics. I've been using Swarovski stuff for a while. I was lucky enough when I was sponsored to get some Swarovski glass, and then I have a a quick throw lever here, because in 3-gun, you know, switching back and forth between magnifications is kind of nice. Now it's charging handle. I do have the Geissele charging handle, although I'm going to be swapping that out. Little sneak peek. What do we got there? Pretty awesome. Stay tuned for my first look video. Actually, by the time you're watching this video, I think the first look video out, so I'll be putting a link up there. Overall, I'm pretty happy with the gun. It's a little heavy, but you know, 3-gun is about sprints, not marathons, so I'm okay with, you know, having to run stage to stage with a slightly heavier rifle. Believe it or not, I shot with a heavier rifle for a while. I was shooting with a 20-inch barrel, stainless bull barrel with a PRS stock on it. So there are heavier guns out there, but I'm really excited how this one is. I'm hoping to shoot more matches this year, at least local matches, just to get out and have some fun. I do miss 3-gun. I enjoyed shooting it, but all in all, I'm really happy how this gun turns out. It looks great, it shoots great, and the Ascend Armory receiver set at the core just kind of adds to it all. So let me know what you think. If you're a 3-gunner, let me know what you think in the comment section below, or you know, if you have any feedback or whatever, go ahead and leave a comment. As always, you can submit your question to our monthly QA series, where we answer your questions at the end of every month, plus one lucky prize winner for every episode. So again, submit your question to the QA at gunsandtactics.com, or you can leave your questions. Just please put hashtag the QA so I can find them. As always, we do appreciate it. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great day.